97.9 GRD rocks. Hey, it's Metalhead Ned hanging out here in studio. When I got the email about this interview, I pretty much shit myself because I'm like, I'm about to talk to two of the most rock legends of all time, and I never thought this would ever happen in my life. And right now on the phone, I have the legendary Tommy Lee of Motley Crue and the legendary Alice fucking Cooper. How's it going, guys?
This just happened. Yes. Let's see the poo-poo.
Yep, I'm sorry. I got to clean up. I'll call you guys back in about 10 minutes here. So how's it going, guys? How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're good. We just took a little. We did 85 shows last summer and took a break. They've been in Japan, and we're meeting up again in Australia.
So you guys are, of course, staying busy. I mean, there's just no slowing down for you at all.
Pretty much.
No.
It's on stun, my man.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you guys just announced a brand new 21 extra dates just last night. Are you starting to feel pretty beat down from the road and flying in airplanes and sitting in tour buses all this time?
No, man. This is so cool, and the places where the fans are wanting us back. That's just what an awesome feeling for us to feel that. They want us to come back. We're hitting a few places that we've already played because of that, and we're also hitting a bunch of cities and towns that we didn't get a chance to, and we've moved the tour indoors because a lot of the summer shows were in amphitheaters, and we weren't able to for both bands to do the full production. So it's on.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
This is, of course, the last year of the big final tour. Have you ever thought you'd reach this point in the tour?
Eventually we would get there. We'd have to.
Right.
But as far as what it feels like, we've still got a lot of cities and countries to play. But we just played in Japan, which we'll never play there again, and that was really weird, saying goodbye to everybody. And we're about to do that next in New Zealand and Australia because those will be the final shows there. So yeah, but we're coming back around to do another little rip in the U.S. So that will be it, man. Come New Year's Eve. That will be the last time we're playing. Man,
that's sad to say. One of my favorite shows.
Right?
Yeah, one of my favorite shows I ever saw, obviously besides being the final tour. I saw Motley Crue play with Kiss on The Tour a long time ago, and I remember being front row and Nikki Sixx actually just spitting water all over me. I'm just like, you know what? It's totally cool, man. It's Nikki Sixx. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you thought that was water?
I think it was. I mean, I'm not gonna go.
He must have been full.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, of course, you guys going on the big tour. Obviously the big thing being the fan demand and everything like that. And you guys, Motley Crue sure seems to like Grand Rapids a lot. I mean, you guys did the Carnival of Sins DVD here. You started off the final tour. Do you have a special bond here with Grand Rapids?
Well, you know what? It's always been a great, a great market for us. We've got a crap load of fans there, and it's a great place to kind of kick things off,
Well, not only that, but Michigan's probably the best rock audience in the world. Being from Detroit,
yeah,
I can say that.
Yeah.
But that really is true. The Midwest, the Midwest hard rock audience, especially Michigan, seems to be the heart and soul of rock and roll.
That's for sure.
And I've read actually both of your autobiographies already. I know you did the Golf Monster one, Mr. Cooper, and of course, Tommy, you did Tommyland. That's pretty much all I read is rock autobiographies because you guys lead the most interesting lives out there. I mean, it's kind of like that rock star thing that everyone wants to be,
Cool.
And I got to ask Alice, Motley Crue, you guys are calling it quits pretty soon, and obviously Alice Cooper, you started off pretty early before the guys. Would you call Motley Crue sissies because they're calling it a little earlier than you?
No, I'll tell you what, everybody knows when it's time. It's not even like a matter of, and this year we're going to stop. You just kind of know.
Right.
That this has run its thing, and you want to go out on top. You don't want to get out there and have everybody remember. Oh man, remember the last tour? It was it wasn't as good as their last one. You go out on your big tour.
Yeah,
and there. So I mean, they're doing the right thing when it comes to that. And they know that. Nobody would know that but them.
Right.
That's an inner band thing.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? Last time I saw you guys, Motley Crue, and of course Alice Cooper, You guys are spot on. I mean, it is just one of the most exciting shows. There's just fire everywhere. And of course, Alice Cooper, you bring out your show. I mean, it's the show that you have to see before you die. I mean, it's just insane. And
yeah, I think it's the highest energy show. And, the state of rock is so anemic right now.
Yeah.
That it's great when you see two bands like this that come out with a 1-2 punch and don't give the audience a chance to get their breath. That to me is what every single song that you hear both bands do, you hear on the radio.
It's just timeless music. That's what's so cool about it. I mean, rock is so different nowadays. And when you guys were just kind of starting off, it was revolutionary. It was huge.
And it was real rock.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't heard a new rock song that's blown my skirt up in a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, too. I mean, with the current state of rock, and obviously you guys seem like you have a pretty big opinion about it, do you find, like, some of today's bands being and leaving a legacy like you guys have?
It's a different world. We were in the golden age of, where records, you go to the record store and buy records, and when you bought the record, you owned a piece of Motley Crue. Right. You owned a piece of Alice Cooper, and you'd stand in line to buy that record. I think now it's so disposable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bands, stay around for a year and a half, and you can't really dedicate your life to them because they're not going to be around next year. Whereas with Motley and Alice, there's a security in that. There's a security that those bands are going to be there for a long time.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I'll tell you, I own all of your. I'm one of those record people. I love having the actual vinyl album of all of your albums. I mean, you just open up that gatefold cover or whatever you got, and listening to $1 Billion Babies on vinyl or Wild Side on vinyl. It's just nothing beats it. And today you can download it to your iPod or whatever, and it just doesn't feel like the same experience.
Well, last year vinyl went up 85%.
I know, it's crazy.
and the kids, I think they're tired of buying air.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a file.
Yeah, they don't get anything with it. And so I think that this generation is rebelling against the technology thing, and I sign more records than I do CDs anymore.
See, that's refreshing to hear. I think that's really cool.
And I think when we made those records, maybe this has something to do with it. People didn't know what a condom was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a different time, man. Way different.
Yeah, and is it kind of cool seeing, like, parents, like people that were listening to your music when they were younger, they're bringing their kids to the show, they're dressing up in old school Tommy Lee paint, putting on Alice Cooper eyes. Is that kind of flattering and kind of cool to see? I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah, it looks good on most people. There are some people that should never, ever wear spandex. Yeah.
Yet they still do for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
I keep saying, do you not own a mirror?
You are surrounded by yes people. No, there's definitely nothing cooler than looking out in the audience and seeing, I don't know, geez, I've seen them so small. I've seen them from, 10 years old and sitting on top of their dad's shoulder with the horns up, singing "Shout at the Devil," and I'm like, holy! I mean, there's nothing cooler than that. There just isn't.
Yeah, it's generational. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, and it kind of just lets you know that that the music is somewhat timeless, and a whole new generation of kids are checking it out for the first time. That's dope.
Yeah, man, definitely. Just to kind of go back with the whole thing about saying how you guys are going out on your prime. You're going out on the top of the mountain kind of thing like that. People want to remember you. Now, obviously, one of the big bands that people are all like, seriously, really, are they keep going, is a band you guys are pretty familiar with, and that is Kiss. How do you feel about them still just going out, making albums, and still just out there doing their thing?
Are they still on their farewell tour?
I think so. They still keep going.
Got it. Well,
it's everybody's got a different lifespan, and Kiss. You got to tell you, if you go see a Kiss show, it's a great show.
Oh man,
it's always a great show, and I think it would be hard to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you really decided. The honorable thing, it would be what Motley's doing. Within the band structure, they go, we have decided as a band, as a unit, that this is how we want to go out.
Yeah.
But that's just certainly their decision and without anybody else's influence.
Of course, Motley Crue, Allison Cooper, the final tour. They just booked a whole line of dates coming here to North America. Going to be at the Van Andel Arena on October 13th. Tickets go on sale this weekend. And I'll start with you, Tommy Lee. What's next for you, man? What have you got next after Motley Crue's done?
Well, I've been working on some stuff, and I've been kind of just putting it aside. I don't want to get into what it is and what it's about, but I can just tell you this, that once Motley's done, I'm for sure not done. I've got a bunch of stuff I'm working on at the moment, and I'm just putting it away.
Anything that you can maybe just give a little sneak peek about or anything like that?
Yeah, it's badass.
Okay, good. Well, that's all we need to know.
Right on.
Awesome, man. And, of course, Alice, man, what have you got going on soon?
Oh, man, I've got another album coming out this year.
Yes.
We'll be touring for the next, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And they're just we call it the never-ending tour because I can't imagine, for me, I can't imagine not being on stage. But there will, that point will come.
Right.
And right now, though, it's not in the rearview mirror, at all.
Definitely,
so,
man.
We'll just keep going, but you have to respect Motley's decision, and I think it was really well thought out.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be doing musical things, just not as Motley Crue.
Right. I don't want any of the guys to disappear. You make sure you keep doing things.
Yeah. No, we're not going nowhere, buddy.
Good.
Some of it will be legal, and wrap it up.
Anyway, do you guys have anything you want the fans to know before I hang up on you?
We'll be there in full force. That's it.
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to coming back. We got some new surprises for you too, so we'll see you soon.
Are you bringing the drum roller coaster?
Yes, and some other new fun things.
Probably the titty cam again, and maybe a whole thing of Jägermeister.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Always.
Okay. Good. Cool. Awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember, October 13th, Van Andel Arena. Tickets go on sale this weekend. Check out Alice Cooper. Check out Motley Crue. It's going to be an absolutely exciting year.
Yeah.
Thank you.